New York State reports first case of coronavirus. Expect hundreds of new cases across the U.S. this week, as we actually start testing. NYC had only tested 10 people as of today, no wonder they didn't have cases. Many of us in NYC have been saying for weeks that the virus is here and the people who have it either are knowingly lying low out of the healthcare system, or their symptoms are so mild that they think they just have a cold. The numbers of travelers that pass through JFK alone could provide a point of infection. Then you had people returning from China, and now Japan, for either work or family reasons. There's no way that someone in one of our Chinatowns didn't bring it back from a trip for Chinese New Year. Earlier today they had 2 pending tests in NYC. 0 listed for the rest of the state. Assuming it's one of the 2. Yes, they said it was an NYC-based couple who had recently been to Iran, so it's in the city. It's not going to stop. Without Wuhan-style lockdowns, you're going to see more and more countries looking like Italy. Then it gets worse, because you will have people importing and exporting cases left and right, making Wuhan lockdowns useless. Ultimately, nations will have to close their borders and lock down internal clusters. Either that, or you're going to have to just let it happen. I think we don't have a choice anymore. It's already happening. Here's to hoping it eventually evens out into an endemic common cold like the other 4 coronavirus strains already circulating during the normal cold and flu season. When you look, you find. If you don't want to find, you don't look. All the public transport and close living situations is going to be rough. With New York being a popular place to visit for business and vacation and outbreak, there is going to be a fast track to many other cities getting infected. The ensuing panic that is going to happen there is going to be crazy. NYCers have been through worse and have proven again and again that they unite in crises. I lived there during Sandy. Seeing everyone come together was a beautiful thing. If only the rest of us could learn a lesson or two from NYC. It can be assumed that there are at least a handful of cases in every state at this point. The only question is, what will the state and local governments do once it starts ripping through the population? Going to be an interesting week for the stock market. Interesting, as in super shitty, most definitely yes. Hey Tedros, the window of opportunity has closed and maybe you should open up all funding with announcing the big P word. Imported from Iran. So at least not a community spread case. Off Rick, it's on my doorsteps. Manhattan, it was only a matter of time. It's worth to note that testing usually picks up cases from weeks ago, so there's bound to be more. That's my worry. The testing is a lagging metric. The local HS, 2 miles away, is now reporting closed tomorrow due to a student and parent showing symptoms. The student attended school last month and Tuesday. Given the time frame, this area is going to get really interesting in the next couple weeks. For New Yorkers, do you think this is sufficient to ask workplace if we can work remotely? Judging by the lack of concern from literally everyone I've spoken to about it, probably not, unfortunately. I feel like it's gonna take major spread here to make people start taking it seriously. Giant Chinatown. Big Little Italy despite name and first cases from Iran. Makes you wonder how many cases from China, Italy and others were missed because lack of testing. All but one of them were missed. Do we know if it's in NYC? Even if it wasn't in NYC, it won't be long until it is. Hell, it's probably there now and the people aren't going to their doctors cause they think it's just a flu. PLS reveal the flight number. People who traveled on the same flight with her should also self-quarantine. It's too late. Until entire communities and local governments start to implement closures and whatnot, there's not really anything anyone can do. Other than taking care of yourself and your actions. I live in a suburb just 30 minutes away from Manhattan, which is where I believe the case was confirmed to be. And I'm a bit spooked right now. Can't say I wasn't expecting it though. It's been there for a while already. When you've only tested 10 people, and you've already got a positive. It's too late. And they've only done 11 tests. 9% of New York has it confirmed. Oh God. This shouldn't even be breaking news, it should be on news for the idiots, aka government. The majority already knew. We're not stupid. I really hope they start opening coronavirus clinics in every town across the country. If sick people start arriving at hospitals along with countless other people with compromised immune systems, this is going to be a disaster. I live in NYC and I have asthma. Now I'm worried. Damn, Florida is next. I've been trying to stress to my GF that we should stock up on supplies tonight and tomorrow. When news gets out, it's gonna be a big panic here and store shelves will be empty. Similar to when a hurricane comes our way. I thought this would start out on the West Coast, but this thing seems to be sprouting up all over the country at once right away. Hey, I just have a question about the virus. If I were to hypothetically get the virus, would I always feel sick or would I get better after a few days like the regular flu? I know in some cases it gets worse and people can get pneumonia and shortness of breath etc., but I think it mostly only kills old people, if it does even get that serious. Again, my question is just if I had the virus, would my body fight it and eventually get better, or would I just feel sick all the time until a vaccine is made? Either your body kills it or it kills you.